Have you ever felt like you're pouring from an empty cup just to keep everyone else satisfied? It starts small, a favor here or a late night there, until you realize your kindness has become a rug for others to walk on. You feel heavy, drained, and perhaps even a little invisible in your own life. This cycle of being used and exploited isn't just tiring, it's a slow erosion of your soul. Today, we are going to look into the mirror and see a person who is finished with being a placeholder for others' needs. We are closing the door on exploitation once and for all. It is time to wake up to your own value. I am Aisyah, and I want to welcome you to a space where your peace is the priority. In this video, we are breaking down the walls of people-pleasing and learning the art of the firm boundary. You are going to learn how to identify when you are being manipulated and how to stand your ground without guilt. We will walk through the steps of reclaiming your time, your energy, and your self-respect. By the end of this session, you will have the tools to say no with confidence. This is your journey toward a life where you are respected, valued, and heard. Let's begin this transformation together. Exploitation often wears the mask of friendship or professional necessity, making it hard to spot at first. It happens when someone consistently takes your effort without ever offering support in return. You might notice that people only call you when they need a favor, but are silent when you reach out. They expect your excellence, but offer you their crumbs. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward freedom. You are not a resource to be mined. You are a human being with limits. It is okay to look at a relationship and realize it is entirely one-sided. Admitting this is not a failure of your character, but a realization of theirs. The yes man trap is a dangerous place to live because it teaches people that your time has no value. When you say yes to everything, your yes begins to lose its meaning and its power. You become the reliable person who will always bend, always stay late, and always sacrifice. People don't value what comes for free and without effort. By being constantly available, you are accidentally training others to disrespect your schedule. You think you are being helpful, but you are actually being bypassed. Breaking this habit requires a conscious decision to value your own agenda. Your time is the most precious currency you possess. How do you know when you've crossed the line from being helpful to being used? Pay close attention to how your body feels after an interaction with certain people. If you feel energized and appreciated, that is a healthy exchange of energy. But if you feel hollow, resentful, or physically exhausted, you are likely being exploited. Resentment is a signal from your inner self that your boundaries are being violated. Don't ignore that knot in your stomach when someone asks for just one more thing. That physical reaction is your intuition telling you that enough is enough. Listen to your body. It knows your limits better than your mind does. Your worth is not a fluctuating stock price based on how much you do for others. You were born with an inherent value that does not increase because you did a favor or decrease because you said no. Many of us try to buy love or acceptance through endless service. We think if we are useful enough, we will finally be indispensable. But being useful is not the same as being loved. You deserve to be valued for who you are, not just for what you can provide. True friends and healthy workplaces value your presence as much as your production. Remind yourself daily that you are enough exactly as you are. Saying no is a complete sentence that requires no further explanation or apology. When you offer excuses, you give people an opening to negotiate your boundaries. If you say you can't help because you're busy, they will try to convince you that their task is more important. If you simply say, "I can't do that right now," you maintain your authority. It might feel uncomfortable at first, like a muscle you haven't used in years. But with every no, that muscle grows stronger and more resilient. You are not being mean. You are being honest about your capacity. Reclaiming your no is reclaiming your life. Manipulators will often use guilt as a weapon to keep you in your place. They will remind you of past favors or try to make you feel selfish for having your own needs. They might use phrases like, "After all I've done for you," or "I thought I could count on you." This is emotional blackmail designed to make you fold. Recognize these tactics for what they are, desperate attempts to maintain control. When you stop reacting to the guilt, their power over you evaporates. You are not responsible for their disappointment when you set a healthy boundary. Their reaction to your no is a reflection of their character, not yours. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love, not an act of war against others. Think of boundaries like the walls of a beautiful garden. They protect what is precious inside. Without them, anyone can wander in and trample on your peace. You decide who gets access to your time and who deserves your energy. Clearly communicate what you will and will not tolerate in your personal and professional life. If someone repeatedly ignores your boundaries, they are showing you that they do not respect you. It is your job to enforce the rules of your own life. You are the gatekeeper of your own well-being. Toxicity thrives in silence and in the shadow of your tolerance. Sometimes the only way to stop being exploited is to walk away from the person doing the exploiting. This is especially difficult in long-term relationships or family dynamics. However, history is not a valid reason to accept current abuse. Just because someone has been in your life for a long time doesn't give them a lifetime pass to mistreat you. You have the right to evolve and to demand a higher standard of treatment. If a relationship requires you to lose yourself, it isn't a relationship worth keeping. Choose your peace over a toxic history. In the workplace, exploitation can look like passion or being a team player. Managers might ask you to take on the work of 2 people for the salary of 1. They might praise your work ethic while ignoring your need for a weekend off. This is a business transaction, and you must treat it as such. If the exchange is no longer fair, you have every right to speak up. Document your achievements and know the market value of your skills. Don't let a company's lack of planning become your emergency. Professional respect is earned when you show that you know your own worth. Self-care is often misunderstood as just bubble baths and spa days. Real self-care is the hard work of protecting your mental space from those who would clutter it. It is saying no to a social event when you are exhausted. It is turning off your phone to enjoy a quiet evening alone. It is making the choice to sleep instead of doing one more favor for a person who wouldn't do the same for you. When you prioritize yourself, you are not being selfish. You are being sustainable. You cannot be a light for others if your own flame has been blown out by the wind of exploitation. There is a profound strength found in silence and the ability to walk away quietly. You don't always need to have the last word or win an argument to win your freedom. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply stop engaging with the manipulator. Remove yourself from the situation and let your absence speak for you. When you stop providing the labor they took for granted, they will realize the value of what they lost. But by then, you will be far ahead, focused on your own growth. Silence is not weakness. It is the ultimate boundary. Your peace is worth more than any explanation. Rebuilding your confidence after years of being used takes time and patience. You might feel like you've forgotten who you are outside of what you do for others. Start by rediscovering your own hobbies, interests, and small joys. Spend time doing things that make you feel capable and happy without needing external validation. Celebrate the small wins, like the first time you said no without over-explaining yourself. Surround yourself with affirmations that reinforce your power. You are reconstructing a stronger version of yourself from the ground up. This new version of you is resilient and won't be easily swayed again. The circle of people around you should feel like a safety net, not a fishing net. Take a good look at your closest friends and associates today. Do they celebrate your boundaries, or do they complain about them? Do they check on you when you're quiet, or only when they need something? It is better to have a small circle of respect than a large circle of exploitation. You are allowed to audit your friendships and move people to the periphery of your life. Your inner circle is sacred grab. Fill it with people who inspire you to be your best self, not people who drain your battery. Long-term freedom from exploitation comes from a deep-seated belief in your own rights. You have the right to change your mind, the right to not have an answer, and the right to be treated with dignity. These are not privileges you have to earn. They are yours by virtue of your existence. When you truly believe this, your body language and tone of voice will naturally change. People who look for easy targets will see your confidence and move on. You are creating a life where you are the protagonist, not a supporting character in someone else's story. This freedom is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Staying firm in your new way of living will be challenged by those who benefited from your old self. They might try to pull you back into your old habits of overgiving and self-sacrifice. They might say you've changed, as if it's a negative thing. When they say you've changed, take it as a compliment. It means your boundaries are working. Stand your ground and remember why you started this journey in the first place. Your peace is not a negotiation. You have worked too hard to build this new life to let anyone dismantle it. Keep your head held high and your no sharp. You are doing amazing. As we close this chapter today, remember that saying no to others is often the only way to say yes to yourself. You have the power to redefine every relationship in your life, starting right now. Don't let the fear of conflict keep you in a state of exploitation. You are stronger than you think, and you are worth more than you can imagine. Go out today and protect your energy with the same ferocity you use to protect those you love. You deserve a life of balance, respect, and genuine connection. Thank you for taking this step with me toward a better, more empowered you. Keep standing tall.